And Jean Pierre and whatever, but they were just names. We really, had nothing to go on other than that. They were names that I had heard, but no faces with the names. Now, 6 years later, 3 trips to Australia later, I can truly say Aussies are wonderful people, that the Hawkesbury is a perfect fit for Temple City. Visiting Australia is like coming home, and the more people we get, we were trying to convince them. Tom and Jane Chavez went with us this last April, and they found out what we're talking about. The Finleys are here tonight. They went with us 6 years ago. They found out what we're talking about. Where's Velma? Velma's around here someplace. There she is. Velma went with us 2 years ago, and of course Velma's been there 12 times. Is that right, or is it 13? 13, I know it's wrong. But it is like coming home. I do, when Aussies come to visit, also, whether it's adults like Yvonne and her husband, or whether it's students coming over like the 5 or 6 that we have here, it's like family visiting us. It really is. They just sort of blend in, and just, other than the fact that they have an accent. Of course, they think we have the accent, but that's okay. I do believe, I really do, that our mission in Sister City is to further the friendships that we have started, that we are continuing between different cultures, whether it is Australia, whether it is Mexico, or whether it is a culture that we get involved with sometime in the future. That really is what we're all about. Without further ado, I would like to stop talking, and I would like to turn it over to Vincent Yu.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the people of Temple City and the City Council, I would like to welcome all of you to this special event. As Steve had been saying, we started the Sister City program in 63 or 64. Virtually, it has been an institution with the city. We've been around for 50 years, and practically, the City program has been with us all 50 years. And as we look back into what we have done in the last 50 years and looking forward to the next 50 years, I'm sure we'll be seeing many more occasions where we'll welcome the Sister City adults as well as students. It's a wonderful idea to have the plaques here. The city just gone through a survey of our historic past, and it's always good to look at the plaque here, the Plaza Magdelena. It's really one of the major architectural monuments of our city. But today we're also creating new history as we dedicate the new plaques, celebrating the friendship, not only with our Magdelena, Mexico friends, but also with our friends in Hawkesbury. I didn't have a chance to visit Australia, so I'll leave all the details to our council member Chavez. I'm sure he's going to elaborate on that. But without much to do, I want to welcome again everyone, and want to also thank all those who are involved in the Sister City program. As you can see, virtually the entire City Council is here today. And that's testimony to our support of your program. It's a great idea. So welcome everyone, welcome our friends and Aussie students and adults, and have a fun time in Temple City. It's a little warm, but just a little warm. It's 105 last week, but we hope you have a good time, and thank you so much.
Well, it's my pleasure to introduce our Brighter Side Singers from Temple City High School. We'll be able to be sharing 3 selections for you. I might take this moment while they're getting set up just to thank both committees, both Temple City and the Hawkesbury. My daughter had an opportunity to visit your lovely lovely, lovely country, and now we're hosting just an amazing, amazing young lady, and are so privileged and feel so proud to be part of this great representation. So our Brighter Side's first selection is the theme song from American Bandstand. This is Bandstand Boogie.
Aren't they great? You know, and they've been only practicing about 2 hours for this.
Right.
At this time, I'd like to bring Tom Chavez up to say a few words.
I think they intentionally put politicians fake in the sun so that we won't talk so long. But that's okay. I know you'd rather hear the Brighter Side singers. I know I would as well, so I'll try to be brief. Actually, I think I'm up here because primarily I've been the city liaison to the Sister City program for the last few years. And, you know, it's been a lot of fun certainly being involved with that group. It's a great group of people and certainly dedicated to the ideals of the Sister City program to certainly build those friendships between the people of Australia, the people of Mexico, and of course the people of the United States. But you know, I never really could fully appreciate, I don't think, in the feelings between the groups and our countries until I was fortunate enough to, of course, go to Australia myself. Jane and I were lucky enough to travel to Australia in April this year. And to say the least, I think we were treated like royalty, actually. It was so much fun, but not just because, you know, we were representing Temple City, but you could feel the true friendship between the people in Australia and our group and the groups that have come before. It's special for us, I know Jane and I, to once again renew our friendships with Eddie and Yvonne, who are here today. We stayed with Eddie and Yvonne. They were such great hosts, and I still remember getting up in the morning and sharing coffee and talking about the upcoming day with Eddie, and those will always be very special moments for me. And it was like being at home. I'd walk out and get the newspaper in the morning and come back, although their driveway is a little longer than ours. I'd have to walk about, a half a mile to the end of the driveway to get the newspaper. If you haven't been to Australia, things are much larger there, it seems like. Certainly bigger areas to roam around in. It was nice to see Ken Galander's here today. You probably never thought I would say that, right? Nice to see Ken Galander's here today.
Right.
But Ken, you know, he's all dressed up and he looks great. It's Ken, of course, is a former council member here in Temple City and was very involved with the Sister City program. And I remember looking at some photo albums one evening. We were all looking at them and we're looking at them and saying, wait a minute, I know that guy. That's Ken. And, you know, there's a lot of other people. So, you know, it was so nice to see that relationship and how it has grown over the last few years. And this is especially nice to be able to have these plaques to honor that friendship, because in going to Australia, you go around the Hawkesbury and you see things of Temple City. You see the rug it's not a rug, it's the quilt that's hanging in the wall. Tell me again where it was. I remember where we went, but
at the School of Arts.
The School of Arts, okay. And it's there, and it says Temple City on there, and you think, oh, I'm all the way here in Australia, and I see something from Temple City, and you see the monuments around, and you go to City Hall, and you see the plaques on the walls. It's just something special to be able to share that with, you know, people who are 14 hours away from us. So, Friendship Park. Thank you, Jane, for reminding me. But it was a fantastic trip, and was really special, and I look forward to going back. Just this week, I shared in some emails with Mayor Kim, and we still email back and forth, and he wanted to express to everybody his best wishes and to say how special it was to meet our students this year, and how he hopes that the students that are here now are having a great time. And you know, it was really nice because when we were back in Australia, we got to meet the students that were coming over here, so we kind of had the heads up, and we knew they were a great group of kids, and we get to spend half a day with them. And this week, fortunately, Jane and I were able to spend a couple of more days with them, and they're a great group of kids. You can see them right there in the blue. I don't want to embarrass them, but you got Ian, you've got Danny, you've got Tom, Chantel, and Sally. They're a great group of kids, and they're representing their country very well. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming again, and this is a great turnout. This is a special day for Temple City, a great day for Hawkesbury, and I promised Mayor Kim that we would send him some photos, and so I know Jerry will take care of that for us. He always does. So thank you again. It's great to see Yvonne and Eddie again, and I will look forward to spending some more time with you while you're here and the rest of your family. So thank you very much, and I think this is not too bad of a day. You're right, it is a little warm, but could be worse. All right, thank you very much. And with that, I think, Matt, we're going to turn it over.
And now we'll bring back the Brighter Side Singers. They have a little special tribute to Australia, I believe.
Matt looks the same as 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Once a jolly swag man camped by a billabong under the shade of a cool old tree, sang as he watched and waited till his billy woke. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy woke. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up jumped the swag man, jumped into the billabong. You'll never catch me alive, said he. His ghost may be heard as he passed by the billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. His ghost may be heard as he passed by the billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Come a waltzing Matilda with me. The parrot sits in the old tiny kangaroo down. Watch me wallabies feed, mates, watch me wallabies feed. They're a dangerous breed, mates, so watch me wallabies feed. All together now, tiny kangaroo down, sport, tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport, tiny kangaroo down. Take me koala back, Jack, take me koala back. He lives somewhere out on the track, Max, so take me koala back. All together now, tiny kangaroo down, sport, tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport, tiny kangaroo down. Find me platypus duck, Bill, find me platypus duck. Don't let him go running amok, Bill, just find me platypus duck. All together now, tiny kangaroo down, sport, tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport, tiny kangaroo down. Won't you help me to tiny kangaroo down?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And now I'd like to call up our special guest, Yvonne Whalen, to say a few words.
Firstly, I must say how magnificent the Brightside Singers are and how much I enjoyed listening to them. But it's lovely to look at that group and to see that I know some of the faces in there from last year as well as this year, so it was really nice to see that. Firstly, I'd like to start with a message from our Mayor, and it has at the top of the message, mayoral message, plaque dedication by Temple City Sister City Association, Sister Cities Friendship, 22nd September 2012. As Mayor of Hawkesbury City, I wish to congratulate Temple City Sister City Association on the dedication of a plaque affirming the lasting city-cities friendship between Temple City and Hawkesbury City. This international and community friendship is now more than 25 years old or young, and I look forward to seeing the friendship grow stronger through, in particular, the successful annual student exchange visits between our two cities and countries. I had the great pleasure of meeting Steve Terry, President of Temple City Sister City Association, and the then Mayor, Councillor Tom Chavez, in April 2012 when they visited Hawkesbury City as part of an exchange visit. Under the guidance of Steve and with the support of Temple City Council, the goodwill of our Temple City brothers and sisters will continue to be experienced and appreciated by the Hawkesbury City community. I look forward to continuing to build the friendship between the people, our communities and our nations. Congratulations on the plaque dedication, Kim Ford, Councillor Kim Ford, Mayor, City of Hawkesbury. Now I have another message all the way from Hawkesbury Sister City Association President Tina Tallick. The Hawkesbury Committee is delighted that you are dedicating a plaque to the continued friendship and goodwill between the communities of Temple City and Hawkesbury City. Since our sister city relationship commenced in 1984, around 150 students have directly benefited from our joint student exchange program. Additionally, countless other students have indirectly benefited through their involvement with the visiting students. The experience of living in a community within another country will undoubtedly see students learn more about the country they are visiting, and also see students develop confidence and a new maturity as they travel and live away from their own families and undertake their ambassadorial role. While these are all worthy outcomes, I consider the major achievement of the Student Exchange Program, and in fact all our sister city activities, is the development of a better understanding, tolerance and respect of our fellow human beings. Yvonne has been part of the Hawkesbury Sister City Association since its inception back in 1984, and I am especially delighted that Yvonne, as well as Hawkesbury's 2012 exchange students, are present for the dedication of a plaque recognising the special and unique friendship between the people of Hawkesbury and Temple City. On behalf of the Hawkesbury Sister City Association, I send good wishes from your friends and extended family here in the Hawkesbury. Tina Tallick, President. Now just a short message of my own. To all my friends in Sister City, in Temple City, I am so pleased to be here at the dedication of this plaque. It is also a memorable occasion for our 6 students in that when they return to Temple City, and they will remember that they were present when this plaque was unveiled. After having read the 2 messages from Hawkesbury's Mayor and our President Tina Tallick, there is not a lot left for me to say, but I would like to draw attention to a fantastic byproduct of the Sister City relationship between Hawkesbury and Temple City, and that is the friendships formed within one's own community. I have seen friendships developed between the parents of exchange students, as well as lasting friendships between the student groups. Host families have formed bonds by working together while hosting the exchange students and residents. But one I can most relate to is friendship amongst the Sister City Committee members, caring and sharing our highs and our lows. I'm sure that your committee is exactly the same. I want to finish by saying thank you to the group of people who instigated the establishment of a Sister City relationship between our 2 cities back in 1983, namely Ken Galanders, Ray Rawson and Bruce Brown, which has concreted friendships that I have with the Marston and Baroldi families, as well as your committee members, Steve and Nancy, Tom and Jane, and the other committee members who I love to catch up with while in Temple City. You know that there is always a home for any one of you to stay whenever you visit the Hawkesbury. This relationship truly embodies the ideals of Sister City, and long may it continue. Thank you.
Now, we have the plaques here, but we wanted to make sure that Australia has something that they can look at as well. So we have something for Yvonne to take back to Australia. And it's a replica of the plaque that's over here. It states, dedicated to furthering the friendship and understanding between the cultures of Hawkesbury City, New South Wales, Australia, and Temple City, California, and United States of America. This is an affirmation on one people's goodwill towards another people, recognizing that we are brothers and sisters in one human race.
That's
Steve, let me get a quick.
And I know that Tom mentioned your names. Why don't you 5 that are here come up here? Yeah, the 5 students. I know that you heard their names, but here they are. They'll just sort of wave at you as I mention their names. We have Danny and Ian, Tom, Shani, and Sally.
Sorry, Gary.
You guys slide over here.
Yeah.
I'm sure that.
Can we get a picture with the plaque?
No, Yvonne, get back up.
Yeah. Steve, just
In front?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, slide up in front. In front of the podium.
That's probably what they said about me at that age.
No doubt.
That's good. Okay.
I can slide in right here.
I sure as hell could say with that.
All right.
Yvonne, second. He's like 6'6" or 7.
Can you take off the glasses for just a second? No.
Over?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
In your case, we needed to recognize him.
Okay, great.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Looks like a good group.
Shawnee?
God's gonna get you for that dirty trick.
Sean, where are you? Sean Pica?
Thank you.
There he is. Sean is going to come up here. We'll recognize him. He was on the very first student exchange. So
It's
we're
gonna be
talking
a little
about
less professional.
2000, I believe. Right, Sean? Come on up. Would you like to say a few words? Put him on the spot.
I'm a pastor. I usually don't like speaking except on Sundays out here.
Let's pass the plate.
Yeah, actually, I guess I'll just say what it was like to go there. And someone was saying, and they teach about Australia in their classes, but I think the same thing we kind of heard. Didn't know what to expect. What is Australia like? And we get there, and what was surprising is just how much it was different, but there's just how much it is like here. The people and the relationships. There was a lot of similarity. I did feel almost like I was in a home country. So there was this feeling of I'm in a foreign country, but they all speak English. There was the accent, but I had questions like, do you guys have Coca-Cola in America? Do you guys have McDonald's in America? And so it was a lot of learning, like, because I had never been to the Midwest and seen a farm even, so I imagined when I went to Australia and saw farms that maybe it was similar to our Midwest farms here and everything. But just the similarities, and yet sort of this paradox of it. It was similar to our country, and yet just enough different to feel like we're at home and we can learn. And I was also surprised when we got there, the hospitality. We were told to bring a certain amount of money for spending money, and we were told actually that was going to help with our meals. But when we got there and the city provided us meals, the host families took care of us, and so really it was a chance to just go and learn and build relationships with other people, and the hospitality. And I will tell you, we did have someone who was one of the members in the community. He was older than us, but his name was Michael Sullivan, and he came, and when he came to America, actually, he did come and look me up, and we were able to take him around. We've had another Australian, Bonnie Ewer, who is now touring the world on cruise ships, and she was one of the ones that stayed with us, and we continued to keep in contact with her. I think Facebook has allowed people to keep in contact, even people I probably would not even, I might have lost even some of the people I went into high school with if it wasn't for that. So there's all these different ways now that we can keep in contact with people and continue to build that relationship. So I'll say thank you.
Okay, one more time, we'll hear from the brighter side.
Warm up there.
Our final selection is from the new Broadway musical Disney's Newsies. This is called Seize the Day.
Open the gates and seize the day. Don't be afraid and don't delay. Nothing can break us, no one can make us give our rights away.
just realized that while the kids are up there, we have actually a number of students up here that had the opportunity to go to Australia. So I'm going to invite you to come on down. And if there's anybody out here, any of you students that went to Australia, come on up and just introduce yourselves real quickly. Just see what the legacy is of our Australia ambassadors.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Byers, and I got the privilege of going to Australia this summer. And I stayed with Sally Armsworth, and now she's staying with me. So I'm very excited to have her here.
Hello, my name is Alexandria Vicario. I was able to go to Australia last year, and I stayed with Victoria Ruffalo. And this year, I have the privilege of hosting Chantel, so she's staying with me this year.
Hello everybody, my name is Alexandria Oro, and I had the privilege of staying with Kari Benz last year.
Hello, I'm Stephen Rosebrook, and I also went last year, and I had the privilege of staying with Lockie Connolly, and this year we're hosting Tom.
My name's Alejandra Mendoza. I went to Australia 4 years ago, and I have the privilege of staying with the mayor's family, and now my little sister Chantel is here, and I'm so excited.
Hello, my name is Patrick Franco. I believe I went to Australia 2005. Yes, thank you, Mom. 2005, and I stayed with the Trafoni family.
Hi, I'm Haley Osborne, and I went to Australia this summer, and I lived with Ian Hansen, and now I'm hosting Ian.
Hi, my name is Ariel Tan, and I went to Australia last year, and I had the privilege of staying with Madison Edwards.
Good.
Well, that concludes our ceremony. I would like to invite everybody to either refresh your refreshments or get refreshments right back in the back. We have, it looks like iced tea, lemonade, and some cupcakes. So thank you for coming. And if any, yes, you can come up and view the plaques right up here. They are actually going to be mounted in this same position, but on the other side of the bandstand.